Guys, you do not know how happy I am to announce that I'm opening a new Patreon tier, which is called the Premium K-Pop Audition tier. This one is above the current existing tiers that I have, which are Luvie, Irene, Patreon, and then Beginner K-Pop Audition, and then Advanced K-Pop Audition, and then above that is Premium K-Pop Audition tier. So in this video, I'm going to be introducing you guys to Patreon if you do not know about it already. I actually do have a video on Patreon, which is linked down below, so you can check that out for more details, I guess. But in this video, I'm more so going to be talking about this new tier, what its benefits are. So I actually have 5 Patreons who volunteered to send me their videos, and I'm going to be evaluating their video clips just like how I would in Patreon. So I asked my Patreon members on Instagram in the group chat what their favorite benefit of being a Patreon member is, and also the most helpful benefit. And so here are the responses. I'll kind of show them one by one as I am continuing to talk. So yeah, those are what people find the most helpful from my Patreon members. So if you would like to have these benefits, then it is probably a good idea to join. And I wanted to mention that this new tier goes live on March 1st, 2021, so you guys can access it from then. However, it's probably already out now when this video is uploaded. You can join anytime after March 1st, 2021. And just wanted to mention, because some people were confused, let's say you join this new tier on March 1st, 2021 as like a monthly thing. You can also do a yearly one. So it says that you get to save 5% if you pay annually, which means that you're paying for the entire year. Like I was saying, say you join this new tier on March 1st, and you get that monthly benefit, right? But say this other person joined on March 15th, then they only get the benefit from March 15th to the 30th. Is that when March ends? I don't know. And if you joined on the 29th, it's only going to be till the end of the month. So it is much better to join at the beginning of the month than at the end, just because you get more benefits, and more benefits, the better, am I right? And another question I get asked quite frequently, which is, I don't use USD or Canadian dollars or any other currency that is here on the Patreon website. And don't worry, that's where currency conversions kick in, you know? Always convert USD into your currency, and that's probably what I will do if you're using your card to pay. And so another question I get asked frequently, which is, I'm not a Patreon member and I can't afford to be a Patreon member. Can you still evaluate my videos? Can you still give me some K-pop audition help? That would just be giving away the benefits that my Patreon members actually join to get, right? That's like going into a restaurant and saying, hi, I can't afford this meal, but can you still give it to me because I can't afford it? It doesn't work like that, I'm sorry. Like, as much as I would love to help every single person that DMs me on Instagram every single day, I can't. So now I'm going to be introducing you guys to all of the tiers I currently have and this new tier. So let's start with the first one, which isn't really K-pop audition related, but it's just called Luvie Irene Patreon, and it includes early access to videos. So if you guys see like the videos that I premiere, they always have a few comments under. Those are my Patreon members commenting and watching the video before, because I give them an unlisted link and they really like that. So yeah, that's what I do. And then I also have unreleased videos, which are only like Patreon only kind of videos. So yeah, only Patreon members can access them. And the next one is updates only for Patreon. So that could be, oh guys, I'm actually starting this new project. Do you guys have any feedback for me? And just kind of like that, I get a lot of feedback from Patreon members and I try to follow through with them. The next one is access to future video ideas. And then you can also request for videos. So like suggestions will be highly valued. If you want me to do a specific video on this or that, I'll probably do it. And the next one is monthly Q&As, which I haven't been doing often because the last time I did it, no one asked a question because they just all like personally DM me. And beginner K-pop audition tier is $25 per month, and this tier includes all of the benefits from the last tier, which is the Luvie Irene Patreon tier, and it also includes weekly evaluation and advice for improvement. So I evaluate your video clips once a week. And the next one is answers to your K-pop audition questions, so you can just really text me on Instagram, on Patreon messages, or sometimes email me, which is what some Patreon members do. You also get help for filling in audition forms. So if you're having trouble filling out anything, I can help you with that. The next one is the Advanced K-Pop Audition tier, which is $45 per month. It includes all of the benefits from the Luvie Irene Patreon and beginner tier, so all of the benefits that were said before are also included in this. And then you also get unlimited evaluations, so If really hypothetically you want to set a video every day, which is kind of unrealistic because you're probably not going to improve every day, you can do that. And then it's usually for like if you want me to evaluate a singing video today and a dancing video tomorrow and a rapping video the day later, then you can do that. You also get a list of companies you can audition for and personal recommendations for companies. Yeah, there's this form that you can fill out and then you can get that personal recommendation. The next one is group chat only for advanced members on Instagram. That group chat has been actually growing and I really like that. Community has been really stronger than usual, and I actually have some people have been asking me like how many people are in the group chat, and it's around 8 people in the group chat currently if you don't count me. And yeah, there are 8 people, but some people don't have Instagram or they don't want to be in the group chat. So I would say if you round it, around 10 members in total for the advanced K-pop audition tier. And then for the beginner K-pop audition tier, it's usually quite a few less, I guess. There are more advanced members than beginner members right now. And then there's one Luvie Irene Patreon. So now, finally, I'm going to be introducing the new tier, which is Premium K-pop Audition tier. And in this tier, it includes all of the benefits from the Luvie Irene Patreon, Beginner, and Advanced tier. So everything that I've said so far is included. And there's also personal Korean lessons. So I actually did this before in the Advanced K-pop Audition tier, but it became like too much. There were so many people asking me for lessons, so I couldn't really do that. Usually I would just evaluate their pronunciation, and they would send like voice recordings and I would be like, okay, you could say this a different way, or like the grammar isn't right here or something like that. I would do that, but I've decided to move that into the Premium K-pop Audition tier because it was just becoming overwhelming for me, so I couldn't really do that. So in this premium tier, I'm going to be doing personal Korean lessons, but it's going to be a little bit more in-depth, and this kind of connects to the next one, which are monthly 1 hour long one-on-one live evaluation or lesson sessions, I guess. And I forgot to mention that it is 1 hour max, so it doesn't exactly have to be 1 hour. It can be shorter if you would like. So how this session would work is that you would be in this Google Meet or Instagram video call chat with me, and whatever is more comfortable with you or whatever you prefer, you'll just be kind of doing like a monthly evaluation thing. So you'll be dancing and I'll give you live feedback on that, and we would kind of just be able to talk more. It's a lot better for you and me because for me, I feel like I can express myself more and kind of show you, demonstrate for you what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right and what you can improve through a live chat rather than just texting back and forth. Because it is 1 hour long, you can personalize it. So if you want to do all singing for the entire 1 hour, then go for it. Or if you want to do a little bit of singing, a little bit of dancing, a little bit of rapping, and also Korean lessons within that period, then you can definitely do that. Anything out of the 4, which is dancing, rapping, singing, and Korean lessons, you can choose. And if you don't want to do rapping, you can always just do the 3 or whatever you want. It's really just personalized to you. So as I said, this would be once a month. And because it has all of the benefits including in the advanced K-pop audition tier, so you can really send videos at any time, but there's also a monthly session included. I have tested this out with one of my older Patreon members, just like 2 of them, just to see how it goes, and it went surprisingly really well. She found that she improved a lot throughout this 1 hour session, so yeah, I'm really glad that is. So those are really like the options you have. You would also be included into the advanced group chat on Instagram, also a benefit included. Your question might be, how much is this here? Because it was $5, $25, $45. So this one would be $60 USD because that live session is included along with more personalized Korean lessons. Any questions you guys might have about Patreon or this new tier, you can always comment down below. Just make sure you've watched the first video before because I do go more into like detail in that video, and you can also DM me on Instagram if that is more easier for you. And with that being said, let's move on to the thing where I'm going to be evaluating some of the Patreon members. Wow, I did not know I would be filming for this long. That's actually why I included this part, to make the video a little bit more longer, but no, it's becoming really long. So yeah, let's just get into this now. The first person is Maddie. She's been a Patreon member for almost a year now, and like whenever it first opened, she probably joined. So she sent me this self-choreographed dance, and she's been kind of learning how to self-choreograph these days because she wants to improve her talents on that. So yeah, she sent me this video. I'll be evaluating now. There will be no music because I don't want to be copyrighted. Let's go play the song. So the intro started out really strong, and there was that balance of weak and strong points, so you know where to control your power. So this part where you're doing the first verse, there's this part where you kind of go back. In that verse, it's Lisa's kind of like rap almost, you could say, and because it's kind of fast, it kind of has that power, you might want to add in a bit more moves so it can really add on to the beats. It does become a bit more slower there and sticky, I guess. It's not as clear, which is really different from the song that's being played. Oh, and if you want to listen to this with music, you could probably find her cover on her channel. I'll link it if you guys would like to. So I really like how you included the beats for like that one, that part. And before that, it was becoming a little slow. I want to make sure that it's always kind of following the beat of the song, following the vibe of the song. Of course, it's good to control when you're being a bit more faster and when you're not really following the beat, going off beat. But for this, I would say try to fill up the beats as much as you can. And I know how hard it is to make a choreography. Trust me, I've done tons before that I haven't really shared on my channel. Maybe I should do like a reacting to that. But anyway, that move is so creative. I just really like that one. On with me for a while now, and I can really just see the improvement in her stage presence, just the moves itself, her dancing style. So the next person we're going to be evaluating is Jayla, and she's going to be doing Dance of La Di Da by Everglow, so let's go see that. Okay, so the arm movements and the hand movements are really clear and sharp, which is following the song and the dance as well, the choreography as well. But one thing I would notice is your leg movements. So her leg movements aren't exactly clear, and I feel like you're focusing more on the hand and the arm movements rather than your legs, and it should be a good balance of two. Like you should pay attention to both of them to have a well-polished dance overall. Yeah, I would also make your leg movements a bit more clear. Sometimes the arm movements can get a little sloppy because they're a little faster, kind of like when you did that. You want to make it like, you were kind of more doing it like that, but you want to make it a bit more sharp and let go when you need to let go, like something like that. So just like in the chorus, the movements are a lot more crisp and a lot more clear, which is nice. So I would go for adding the chorus. Okay, so the next person is a newer member, and she's going to dance to Panorama. Why can't I say that in English? Panorama by Eyes One. Oh no, my hair is starting to be messed up. But yeah, let's view the video now. Okay. Okay, so I would say the best part of this cover is the leg movements and the hook part, I guess, almost the chorus. That part is really strong. However, your dance does not have any power or energy. It just seems like someone asked you to dance and now you're dancing. There are no really like expressions although you're wearing a mask. I can't feel that stage presence because even if you are wearing a mask, you can kind of still sense the stage presence. And I can't really sense that with your dancing. But even like the arm movements are just really powerless, I guess. Like you could go like that, but you choose to go like kind of like that, I guess. So just put more power and energy into your dancing, and that also goes for being a little bit more precise with your movements. both arm movements and leg movements. So yeah, that's honestly all I've got to say. So the next one is also a dance cover. Or are they all dance covers? I know the next one is a rap, so that's good. So she's going to be dancing to You and I by Dreamcatcher, and yeah, let's go. Okay, so sometimes the arm movements are a little bit stronger, sometimes they aren't. So like when you kind of go like that, after the chorus hits, that one is really strong and it makes your arms look really like longer, I guess. So that's a good thing. However, when the chorus like first starts, it's like that kind of movement, I guess, like something like that. That one is a little weaker in terms of the power and clarity because it's just not that clear enough, I guess. But one thing that's really good about this dance cover is that I can really sense your stage presence. You're lip syncing to the lyrics. I can actually feel that you're enjoying the dance. But one thing I would also add on is that there are a few like breaks inside the dances. So I'm sure one, like because it's like a K-pop song with a group, there are some like pauses if you're only following one member. But try to have no breaks inside your dance cover. So like if one member is kind of just standing there, then the other member is probably doing something. So try to fill in the gaps, I guess, is what I want to say. Let's move on to the last person who is doing a rap. Yay, it is not a dance cover. Usually they're more sing covers. I don't know why people sent me more dance covers this time, but yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah. 아마도 살 것 같아 너랑 숨 쉬면 정신 못 차리겠어 눈이 감기고 I just want you to know I'm the real one that you're looking for 걱정은 불안함 안에 가도 건너편에 다 놔두고 이제부터 우리 사진 주워 담아내 소나기 안에 아기자기 걸어둘 거야 어디든지 보이게 해줘 나 없인 안 된다 해줘.
So there's this more like faster part in the middle of the rap. So in that part, it doesn't seem like you're transitioning into the next part. So you want to make sure you get that point across, that you are finishing that section, that fast section, and moving on to the more like slower, more rhythmical parts. So this person can actually pronounce clearly in Korean, so it is not a problem to do this song, but it is like a short rap verse. So I'll just make sure you know how to kind of conclude that rap part really well, even if it's putting more accents in the last parts or maybe making it a bit more smoother, so you know that you can kind of gradually stop. Whatever that may be, make sure you kind of get that across. So guys, I really hope you consider joining because you get all of these benefits, and if not, that's totally fine. I still upload tips videos here, but it's more for like personal help towards you. So yeah, that's it. If you guys have any other questions, please do leave them down below. Thank you to my Patreon members for letting me show their voice and their dancing here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!